Hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Can you hear me okay? All right, you're doing good, good, good. That's awesome. I didn't know if something was going on with my mic. It was saying something about my mic was not working or something. So I was like, what is going on? All right, great, great, great. Thank you. So yeah, I hope you're doing good today. Hope your week has been going well thus far. Hope your trip last week was good. You was able to get some much needed rest. Enjoy yourself on the latter part of the week. Hopefully Florida served you well. I know it was some raining going on while you were in Orlando, but hopefully you're still able to have a great time. All right, great, great, great. Awesome. Hello, Z. How are you today? Hope you're doing well today. So, are you all celebrating anything today? Hmm? You want to celebrate on here tonight? Let me know in the chat so we can celebrate. And as you're coming in, lovely ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button. Come on into the chat and let's have a talk. Let's enjoy each other tonight. I want to talk a little bit about my health comeback. Yes, yes. So, of course, those who know me already, I'm on a health journey, a better health journey, that is. And so I am on Mounjaro to combat type 2 diabetes. Also, I have kidney disease and high blood pressure. And of course, at the beginning of my journey, I was considered morbidly obese. So, yes, I'm combating all of those things and reclaiming my health. Just want to let you all know, just in case you have not heard the story. Okay, hi Grace, how are you doing? This is Losing It Grace. And yes, hope you're doing well today. Okay, just getting in from work, Z, all right? Hope your work day went well. Be able to relax now that you're done with that. Michelle says I lost 4 pounds because of squats. I am 202 pounds. Awesome, awesome. Michelle's Mirror. Yes, yes. So check out Michelle's Mirror channel. She is doing great things over there, as well as Losing It Grace. She actually has a channel on YouTube as well. Check her out, y'all. And I think those who are in the chat already, I think we are following each other already. But if there are people that are listening to the replay, or they're in the bushes or in the clouds or whatever you want to call it, that's not in the chat, in other words, you may want to check these people out. All right. So Michelle said she lost the 4 pounds because of squats. That's awesome, Michelle. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're doing a great job, with your weight loss. And I commend you. So excited for you. So yes, just wanted to tonight come on, and I'm going to do something a little different tonight. Something I have not done yet. I've talked about on others' channels. Hello, Lakeisha. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And while you're coming in, go ahead and let us know in the chat if you're celebrating anything you want us to celebrate with you. If you need some encouragement, let us know. We're here to encourage each other, of course, as we share our journeys. But yeah, so I want to do something different tonight that I thought some people would love to see. So I'm trying to wait till a couple more people get into the chat before I really get into it. But tonight, like I said, I want to talk about a little bit about my health comeback. Yes, I am on a journey to combat type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, and obesity. And I was never diagnosed with sleep apnea, but my kidney doctor was like, honey, you have sleep apnea. They wanted me to do a study on it. But I was like, I'm not finna wear that CPAP machine. So yeah, I'm all right. But I do notice that, since I started my journey, July of 2024, lost some weight, a significant amount of weight. And so therefore, I have been told by my loved ones that all the snoring is almost none at this point. So I'm happy to report that. Very, very seldom do I snore. So I was with Michelle's Mira last week. She was in Orlando. We hung out for a little bit after hanging out at Traces of Twan's. What is it called? Breast cancer awareness event on the 27th. It was my birthday last week. So I said, hey, I'm going to go down and hang out with Traces of Twan's life and Michelle's Mira Z, as well as Miss Linda. And she is Tamika. And so, of course, some other people that were there, good bit of number of people. Actually, she had a great crowd, Twan did, to come out. And we blinged out our bras and had a great time commemorating people that have survived breast cancer, that are maybe, in the midst of, battling with breast cancer, or even those who actually lost their lives because of it. Of course, it is a difficult fight, but nonetheless, it is a fight. And, we thank God for the strength that they have had to be able to fight, put up that fight, and be courageous. So this is October, and every October, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so if you know someone, a loved one, or, one of your friends, or, whoever you may know that has been battling this awful disease that sometimes take people's lives, give them some extra love this month if you run across them. Hello, she is Tamika. How are you doing? So she is Tamika also has a channel on here on YouTube. Go ahead and check her out. That is She is Tamika, and Tamika is she. Gorgeous. That's my sister. Yes, yes. All right. And so everybody's just saying hey to everyone. So once I actually, after I left Traces of Twan's life, event on the 27th, I went back and I stayed in Orlando. So the event actually was on the outskirts of Tampa, Florida. And then I drove to Orlando and I stayed there for a few days, had a great time. Me and Michelle was able to get together and hang out. So I was excited about that. So Michelle, since I was talking about the sleep apnea and the snoring and everything, if you can put in the chat, do you think Kim J Sweet Healthy Life, did you hear the snoring? Did you hear the snoring, honey? From me. Let us know in the chat. Hello, Mia. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. And let me know if you come in. Let me know if you are celebrating anything today, because we want to celebrate with you. That's what we do as a community. We are the Sweet Life Squad. For those who have, joined me reclaiming their health and actually joined my channel, or I should say, became subscribers and motivators to my channel and to the people that follows me. So Michelle says, no, I was talking too much. LOL, I can only hear me. Okay, gotcha, Michelle. I gotcha. You are funny. Okay, so yeah, she does talk in her sleep, y'all. She does talk in her sleep, and I'm like, "You okay? You all right?" And I'm trying to talk to her, and I don't know if she was remembering the things that she was saying or not. Hello, Ed Lewis, how are you doing? Look, you gave that away, Michelle, not me. I wasn't gonna even go there. Oh boy. All right, so. But yeah, so my husband does say, as well as my kids, they so happy that I am not snoring like that anymore. Cause I used to be like, they can hear it all the way across the, to their rooms. Cause we have like split level, home. So, but they could hear me snore all the way across the other side of the house. And they're like, oh my gosh, you need to get that together. And my husband kept saying, you need to get a sleep app. You need to get tested for a sleep apnea machine. You have sleep apnea. And I just never did. And so even though I was, was suggested to do so, but I never did. For one, because I was like, I'm one that would have to put on a, the nose and mask guard. And I'm like, but I have issues when it comes to like, putting a thing on me. Even like when I had surgeries before, I had to psych myself out for them to put the thing on me so they can, do what they need to do to repair whatever it was, that was going on. I stopped breathing. They'd be like, you got to, I start holding my breath. And they're like, wait a minute, you got to breathe because we don't know what's going on. So, yeah, I didn't want to do that. And the main reason is because I sleep, I do sleep with my mouth open. So, therefore, I would have to put the nose and the mouth, the whole piece on. And I think that's ugly. Don't like it. But the good thing is I don't have to wear it anymore because like I said, very, very seldom do I snore. Hello, Felicia Marie B. And the only time I do it is when I'm like maybe on my back and I'm really, really tired, So happy Tuesday, she says, Sweet Life Squad. Coach T, that would be Tamika she's talking to. Hello, Jane. How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. All right, so some other people have come into the chat. Let's see. Michelle's Mary say hello to everyone. She also told Miss Jane, JC Calamity Jane, that it was a great interview. Yes, that she's done, and she did something yesterday as well as today. So y'all go check her channel out, and follow her journey. She's actually. Jane, she actually is a type 1 diabetic, and she has a lot of good information that she can share with you all through experience. All right, I'm just looking into the chat. Everybody saying hi to one another. Yay. You're doing good. Awesome, Jane. Love seeing these lives. Thank you. Yours too. Yep. So Felicia Marie B is actually saying to Jane as well, it was a great interview. Yes. So Jane is actually her and a few other people are content creators that Joe, don't let me get the line on what the name of it is. Joe's is it Slim Down? I can't remember. It's a long name. Sorry, Joe. If you're listening if you're listening out there. I think it's Joe Slim Down Journey or something like that, but we know her as Joe. Okay. And then Hajareen Annette, which is, what is it? D Boss Way is her channel, as well as Jane. They have collaborated together, decided to collaborate and actually talk about, different topics every Monday at 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. And it has been a pleasure being on their lives. They've been doing a very, very great job, as well as, and then they invite somebody else on just to kind of talk to them as well, just to kind of, make sure that we're spreading some love around and enjoying each other in a positive setting, of course. Also, Jane did something today with Kendi K All Day, if you know her. And so you can check that out as well, like I said. Okay, thank you, L. Lewis. Joe's Sleep and Slim Down. Yes, Journey. All right, thank you, thank you. All right. And then Jane says, and I call her Jane. Some people say JC. Some people say JC Calamity. I call her Jane. But anyway, she said, and Kim, we get to see you on Monday. Yes, yes. So I have been invited onto the stage with them on Monday. It's called Behind the Scenes. Am I correct, Jane? So yeah, I can't wait to join you all on Monday. Yes. So, all right. So we've gotten our highs out and everything. Thank you all for coming in tonight. I greatly, greatly appreciate you all. So I decided, got new cover, sis. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I decided, you all, to, Emil said, great job, to do my shot on camera. Yes, yes. So, yes. Thank you, Tamika. So, I have already talked to some people about it. Some people may not, know anything about it because they may not have heard me talk about it in a different lives. Or I've also talked about it, I think, in my live before. But it's a whole thing, you all. So initially, when I started Mounjaro, let's just go back a little bit. I started Mounjaro July 30th of 2024. Now, at the beginning of the month, I went to a routine checkup, right? My just regular annual visit with my PCP, okay, my primary care physician, that's what PCP stands for, and just a wellness visit. And of course, they check your A1C, and I hadn't gotten mine checked for some years. So when I got it checked, found out it was a 15.1 A1C, okay? My glucose, my fasted glucose was like at over 400. Okay. That is way off the charts. And that's something that, we had to rectify right away. So they put me in the hospital. When they put me in the hospital, I had to stand there for 2 days. They pumped me up with a lot of insulin. And, I had to go home with insulin myself. I had to do 2 different insulins, not shots, 2 different insulins. One fast acting that I had to take, with my meals. And then I had a slow acting that I had to take at night. Okay. That way my blood sugars can go down, and then hoping that my A1C would go down as well. Okay. Now the A1C we get checked 3 to 6 months is is normally what they would check your A1C. Unless you don't have any issues, of course, then they'll normally check it like every year at your annual if you go get checked out, of course. With that being said, they aggressively had to, do things to make sure that my A1C go back down before I could even go out leave out the hospital. So they got me down to about 100 and I think maybe 20 to 140 something. And then they sent me home with prescriptions for the fast acting and the slow acting insulin. Like, you have to take it every day. They wanted to put me on metformin. I asked them not to put me on metformin because I had heard some things that I was not in agreement with when it comes to metformin. So I heard, some things about it. So I didn't want to do that. So I asked, hey, can I go on Mounjaro? So I heard about Mounjaro, which is a GLP-1 medication that can help better manage your A1C, as well as your blood glucose levels on a daily basis. So I knew that would help me out. So she was like, yeah, you can go on Mounjaro. That's fine. I asked her, I said, hey, this is my doctor I was talking to, the endocrinologist. And they were like, hey, you can go on Mounjaro. That's fine. But you also still have to do this insulin regardless. Okay. Because we cannot let you, wait until it goes down on its own. It's going to take some time. Even when you use the Mounjaro, it's going to take time for it to come down, and you don't have the time that it could take as long as it may take a long time. With that being said, my A1C, of course, was dangerously high. So A1C should be 5.6 or under, and mine was 15.1. So that's triple the amount of what it should be. So they had to be aggressive with it. And so I went home, I asked God, I'm like, Lord, help me with this. Let me figure out what I need to do. And he gave me the answers to my prayers. Also, right before I came out of the hospital, case management person came in and she was like, hey, let me talk to you about some things, to help better, this issue at home, to try to regulate your blood sugars. And she told me about a continuous glucose monitor. And she gave me also a glucometer, and she showed me how to use both of them. And so I was scared to do the continuous glucose monitor, because I was like, okay, that's something that you would put in the back of your arm. That's where the proof spot is. And I'm like, I'm scared to kind of do that. But my sister's there, which is a nurse, and she was like, if this glucometer that they keep sticking with every couple hours in the hospital, if you have to do that and it's bothering your, to where it's making your fingers blue and it's hurting you really bad, then you may want to check out this continuous glucose monitor. Go ahead and try it and see. So I did. And so I went home with both of those things. And so, so that's what happened with that. Once I got home, like I said, I talked to God about it, prayed to him, and let him know, hey, I need help with this. This is something I have to get, get back healthy. Okay. I can't continue to do this. I had already had high blood pressure. I had already had, kidney disease. And I'm like, this is yet another thing. And of course I was already morbidly obese. So I had to figure something. I said, I got to figure this out. This is not going to work like this. I can't keep going like this, because now it has gotten even more serious. Right. And so I decided that point, I got to figure something out. And I went into, research mode. I went into beast mode when it comes down to, trying to figure out what can I do to make this thing happen. And so I figured some things out. God shared with me some things, and I was able to get it down. And actually got it back down. In 2 weeks, it went down. My A1C went down from a 15.1 to like a 12 point something. It's between 1 and 6. I can't remember the exact number, but that's how focused I was to get it down. And what I decided to do is do a low carb diet. I went extremely low carb, right? Almost keto, not quite, but almost keto, just to get my sugars down, because I couldn't. I'm like, it's too many. I have too many morbidities now, and I'm like, I got to get it under control. So I decided, since she was going to let me go on Mounjaro, I knew Mounjaro was able to lower my A1C, help me manage it well as the insulin at the time. And also I said, you know what, since I'm morbidly obese, I'm going to go ahead and jump on this weight loss journey too. So I did that as well. So just fast forward, in 5 months, I was able to get my A1C down to a 5.5. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, I promise, on a video. Yes. So it will be coming. Look forward to it so I can talk about that. But, and throughout my journey. So that's how that went. So like I said, reclaiming my health is what I have to do. But once I got on a 5 milligram, because I titrated up from 2.5 to 5 to 7.5, have not gone over the 7.5. I was on the 7.5 the longest. And once I got on the 5, I was having issues with, I started itching every time I took my shot, my injection of Mounjaro. And so for months and months, I was on people's lives and I'm like, hey, what do I do? What have y'all had any itching? When you take your shots, I wonder what I should do. And so one good thing that I remember too, in the hospital, they told me, find a community, because even though we're here to help, take care of you, making sure you manage your comorbidities, better, a community is going to help you on your everyday, day-to-day things. You can learn stuff from people, you can share your journey with people, you may be able to give some tips and pointers as you go along. And so I went to YouTube because I was already watching YouTube, but not as much as I was watching it at some point when I was on keto a long time ago. And I kind of slowed down on it, but I jumped back on it, and I found, a couple people that were on Mounjaro and was looking at them and learning from them. And like I said, doing the things, because I'm a researcher at heart. So I started researching things and just enjoying, what I was hearing. And like I said, I mean, I just out the gate just start running, right? And I've been running ever since. So when it comes to the the shot, the injection. So I would inject myself, and I would inject myself in the approved spots. So the approved spots when it comes to using Mounjaro and any other GLP-1 medication is the back of your arms, your belly. You need to make sure you're 2 inches away from your belly button, as well as your thighs. Okay, your outer thighs, or some people do it like on the top of the thighs, but those are the approved spots. And so ever since I've been on the 5 milligram, I have had itching issues. I get red itchy spots, and I was like, what can I do about this? Who is going through? I know it got to be more than just me, right? So that's why community is so important, because it's some things that the doctors may not even know that people are going through. But when you're living it every single day, even though I would not say that I'm going to listen at you and you only, but it's nice to hear, okay, somebody else is going through that. Let me talk to my doctor and find out what they're going to, what they have to say about it. If I can do these certain things. So I'm gonna hold that thought. I'm gonna go down this chat, and I'll come back to, what I was talking about. All right. So Mill says 152.4 pounds reduction at the doctor today. So she has lost so much weight. Great, 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 Mill. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. So everybody's saying, awesome to Mill. Hello, Ezekiel, how you doing? Thanks for coming in tonight. He says, good evening and blessings. And same to you. Hello, it's Darian. How are you doing? Okay, so Mill says, I'm having another surgery in December, though. Okay. All right. And we hope that everything goes well with that. So let us know a little later, look when it's a little closer. We're going to start, actually send some prayers up for you so that your surgery will go well. All right. So again, people are congratulating Mia. Thank y'all for supporting everyone. Mia says my left foot and toe screws put in and made stable. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So Felicia says she'll pray that everything goes well with your surgery and your recovery, Mia. Mia says, well, I will not be able to walk on foot for 8 weeks again. Okay, she'll have a knee scooter going in circles in my house. Gotcha. Okay, understood. But after all this, I should be able to walk and not have pain and issues. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Hey there, Coach. Darian was talking to Tamika as well. I pray that your results, Mia, are amazing, is what Darian says to you. Thank you, Darian, for that. All right, so Jane says, Kim, your type 2 diabetes testimony is so powerful. I am just thinking of all those that had similar stories who could have been offered GLP-1s instead of just insulin. Yes, Jane. Thank you for that. All right. Definitely a true testimony. Definitely. All right. Michelle says, please like and subscribe and share this live. Thank you in advance. Thank you, Michelle. All right. Darian says, isn't it an amazing testimony, Jane? Thank you all. 8 likes and 16 in the live. And now it looks like it's 23. I'm not sure how many likes. But if you have not hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Mill says, thank you. That's how I made it through last December. It was meeting all you guys. Yes, community is so important. Powerful story. Thank you, Michelle. Hey Joe, how are you doing? So this is who I was talking about earlier, Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Thank you, El Lewis. So you had that right. Yes, how you doing, Joe? Happy you were able to come in tonight. I know it's pretty late where you are. Um, so everybody's saying hey to Joe. Our GLP-1, El Lewis says, research analyst. Thank you, Kimmy. Yes. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, Joe. Praying Mia, Michelle says, good evening, Linda McDuffie. How are you doing? I was telling everybody, Linda, how we actually was able to meet at Twan's event. Yes, yes. Had a great time. I was so happy to see you and Z. Hello, Miss Linda's Journey. How are you doing? Go check her channel out too, you all. So anybody that's in the chat, go ahead on and that has a YouTube channel, go ahead on and drop $ in the chat. I greatly appreciate you. Just in case there's somebody in the chat that does not know that you're on on YouTube sharing your journey, I greatly appreciate it. El Lewis says, hi, Darren. The profile pic is everything. Yes, 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 Darren. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I said, oh, Darren got a new picture. Looking good, brother. Looking good. Thank you, Miss Linda. Just going down this chat, Rika. I went back and hit it, Kim J. Thank you, sweetheart. It's 1:30 a.m. I knew it was. I can't remember exactly how. Because we're at what 8:30. So you're 1:30. Okay, yeah, that's a good little bit. I was just going to bed and saw you were live. Thank you for coming in. You're way too kind, El Lewis. Yes. All right, y'all. So everybody's saying hello to each other. I love it. All right, so Felicia Marie B is a content creator. She's a newer content creator, but she is sharing great things on her channel. Yes, yes, and sharing some love. Yes, yes. All right, JC Calamity Jane, another new. As a matter of fact, I think she's the newest content creator here. Go ahead and check her channel out. She is sharing some great information as well for us as they grow, both of them, Felicia as well as Jane. All right, so Michelle, Linda said hello. All right, Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Yes, yes, yes. Very beautiful voice. I believe. Look, I believe she's a very funny lady. I love her so much. Yes, yes. Go check her channel out. She has us laughing over there all the time. Okay, Michelle's Mirror. Yes, yes. Check her channel out. She's doing great things over on her channel as well. She has a channel. Matter of fact, she goes on nightly, unless something goes that kind of detours her from going on. But she goes on at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing some reflection and trying to get us to reflect on our journey and the things that we may have gone through within our lifetime. So go check her out as well. All right, she is Tamika, and Tamika is she, aka Gorgeous, aka my sis. Yes, yes. She is a content creator. Check her channel out. She has been on Wegovy. She has been on Zepbound, and now she's currently on Mounjaro. Not for type 2 diabetes, but she is there. Go check her out. She'll let you know what's going on. All right. So Joe sleep and slim down. So Joe's sleep and slim down journey. Get it out. All right. Well, she says, Miss Linda, was that you at Twan's Breast Cancer Awareness Week? She is. That was her. Lovely to see you. Yes. All right. Mia says, hello, Miss Linda. Did you see Target has Oath on sale this week, 30% off? I saw it. Love you, Kim J. Joe says, love you. All right. Hello, Cookie. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in tonight. Greatly appreciate it. So, at Shears, Tamika Jane says, is giving us maintenance golden nuggets. Yes, yes. So true. Okay, so Joe Sleep, she said, hey, Joe says, hey, JC, you're keeping me awake with your lives. Yes. And doing a great job, she is. Wait a minute, look, I don't, hold on, that chat is trying to get away from me. So she and Samika said, wow, I've been around the block. That's all right. That's all right, Tamika. Doing great things over there, honey. All right. So Mia says, Tamika will teach you a girl has a right to change her mind. Right. So she's saying Tamika will teach you a girl has a right to change her mind. I love that best about her. Right. That is so true, Mia. Honey, just like anybody else, she is Tamika is learning and developing, right before our very eyes. And I'm excited. She's very transparent about what's going on. Yes. So get ready when you go over there. All right. So Joe says she is Tamika and Tamika is she. I've been binge watching your channel. Oh, that's sweet of you, Joe. Thank you, thank you for showing my girl some love. Quick reminder, please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate. Thank you, Michelle. Greatly appreciate that. All right, Jane says, am I the only one that is happy that my auto text knows everyone's name? That's sweet. That's awesome. I only have to type a few letters. I think mine do that a little bit too. But it's just look, sometimes that thing be messing up big time. I call it, and actually I'm stealing this from oh Lord, what is his name? Jesus. Teddy D, right? Who has a channel here also. But he said one day in Michelle's Mirror Live, he says auto incorrects, right? I mean, when your auto correct is correcting and making it wrong, the word wrong, trying to correct something and it's all jacked up. Yeah, that's auto incorrect. I thought that was funny. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So Linda says, Mia, I didn't. Thank you. I did not put. Let me see. Wait a minute. I did not, but I did get ISO Pure last week. ISO Pure. I was asking somebody about that, Miss Linda, yesterday. They had been on a lot of different protein. They tried a lot of different protein drinks, and they said they like ISO Pure. I have not tried Isopure yet, but I was thinking about it one day, so I may check that out. You had me cracking up last night, you and your husband, when y'all did y'all little thing. So go and check out Miss Linda's journey, because, honey, her and her husband is doing a great thing over there. She is feeling herself. Yes, yes. Getting into the groove of things. Getting to know the camera more and excited. As you can tell, her personality is coming out so much. From where she started. So I can see the growth and development there as well. Miss Linda, you are doing a great job over there. She is our GLP-1 mixologist. So she, shares her journey of learning and trying out new drinks, right? And she's been doing very good. So if you want to try to figure out, I'm tired of drinking the same old thing, and I want to go ahead and, spice up my life a little bit with a good protein drink, but I can't think of what I want to try today. Go check out Linda's journey. She'll hook you up. Yeah. So Michelle's Mirror says Tamika is that girly you can learn a lot from. Correct. All right. Hello, Z. How are you doing? Thanks for sharing your type 2 diagnosis story. That was very informative. You're welcome. And that's, let me see how you say it. I always I'm gonna learn how to say this thing. I had it a couple days ago. Idiosyncrin idiosyncratic girl. Is that right? Idiosyncratic girl. Is that right? But she told me I can call her Z, so Z it is. Thank you, Z. All right, so Mia says Tamika gives us all the tea on her journey. Yes. All right, so hey, Cookie, hope you got home okay. Joe says Tamika is the real deal. She is. Oh, giving my sister some love. Yes. Even though she give me some trouble. Well, we give each other trouble. Look, in a fun way. Joe says, Sister Z, how you doing? All right. So Cookie says, yes, I'm safely at home. Awesome. And in my jam is great. Great, Cookie. All right. The other Z says, hello, all who entered the chat. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for that, Z. And Z was in here earlier. I think she's been in here, but she was just getting home from work. So, yes. Joe says, love to see you, Miss Linda and Michelle. Both of you are rocking the hula hoop. Yes. So we had a hula hoop challenge. You all within the GLP-1 community, we have going on several different challenges. So the hula hoop, which I did participate the first time in, I am still doing my hula hoop. I do it for over 30 minutes normally, and I'm enjoying myself. I just have not been putting it on the video to share, but I may put a little bit here and there. I just decided not to get into the second challenge. I didn't get into. Yes, but my sister Tamika, I think you may have seen it on the channel when we were together in Orlando. She tried that hula hoop for the first time because I brought my hula hoop to Orlando with me, and she put that hula hoop on. Of course, I had to take out a lot of those little, I don't know what them things called. I don't know what it's called, but maybe buckles, whatever you want to call them. I had to take them out, honey. And when she got it together, she started moving, and she got it like instantly. I'm like, look at her. And then she like, I'm coming for you, Kim J. I'm coming for you. Oh, boy. Yes. So I need to do a little something so we can do it together. Yes. All right. So Linda McDuffie said, yes, they are. All right. Me too, Kim J. Isopure is good. Okay. Clean, simple eat. Now, Miss Linda, I tried the clean, simple eat. Haven't put it on the channel. I'm going to put something on there about that as well. So clean, simple eat is your favorite protein powder. Okay, cool. I'll let y'all know what I feel about it. It's the light of flight. You're welcome, Miss Linda. All right. So Cookie says, Miss Linda is doing great. She makes me too hungry, though. I still love her. It's okay to be hungry every now and again, Cookie, right? It's okay to be hungry. Finally calling that lady by the right. Yoo-hoo. I'm telling you, you hear me, Darian? I'm so happy she gave me another name to call her. All right, so Felicia Marie B says, I love watching Miss Linda and Mr. Michael, adorable couple. Yes, I really do think so. I really do. But she had me over here cracking up. I was on my what they call it, a treadmill. I say walking pad, whatever. But, I was on there looking at the TV last night, looking at them, and I'm over here cracking up about Miss Linda. She was, trying a couple drinks that she got, I think, from Target, just to check them out or whatever. And they were ready-made drinks, of course. And, honey, that face of hers, the one that she was giving, had me cracking up. Y'all go check it out if y'all have not. She was keeping it real, y'all. I love how everyone's... Okay, so Nicole Thomas, how are you doing, sweetheart? She says, I love how everyone's channels are so different. Yes, I love the diversity as well, Nicole. So, yes, while we're all on maybe Zepbound, I think most of us in this chat on Zepbound or Mounjaro. And, even though we're talking about, our journeys on this medication, we all give a little different, sass about ourselves, right? To share our own personalities. and the things that we do as we continue on our journey. We hope that we are, giving you all the entertainment that you all love so much, and also inspiring you all and empowering people. Now, of course, we're not doctors, we're not your healthcare team. Even if we are, we're not yours, right? But we like sharing our journeys with you. Hello, Beverly Gardner. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for coming into the chat. Okay, so Ms. Linda says she is going to also continue the hula hoop challenge and the squat challenge. Awesome. Me too, Ms. Linda. All right, so yeah, I'm doing my squats. So the challenges this run around GLP-1 community are just ended. The squats, 50 squats for 10 days. Also the hula hoop challenge, at least doing the hula hoop for 5 minutes. You can go more, longer if you want to. And we're recording it, as well as planks. Okay, doing planks. So 30-second planks, some people are doing a minute planks, like doing planks for a minute. Yes. So those are the 3 things that I know of. Also, some people are doing like a monthly liquid fast. Some people were doing like a vegetable and fruit fast along, side the liquid fast. So yeah, we've been doing it up, and I love it because it's like bringing the community together, right? Spreading and sharing love, sharing each other's channels, and like I said, as we share our own personal journeys. Okay, Z and Darium, there's royalty in the chat. There are royalty, Miss Joe says. Yes. Thank you, Nicole, for coming in again. Look at you inspiring more folk. Oh, thank you. So, Cookie says, Coach T, she's going to line y'all out. Gotta love her, right? So check out, when they say Coach T, they're talking about she is Tamika. For those who do not know, go check out. And it was me, Tamika, Michelle, and Traces of Twan's life, right? Twan, we call her Twan. So us 4 were doing our challenge, a squat challenge. And on day 8, go check out all of our channels if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. And check out our day 8. Okay, it's a treat. So Miss Tamika, she was our coach for the day. Okay, while doing these squats. But go check out, that day 8. If not all of them, really, I would love for you all to check out. But also check out a couple of her latest videos too, because she talked about, being that coach. All right. So Miss Coco, how are you doing, Miss Coco? Hope you're doing well. So she says, how do you know if you are a slow responder? Hi, Kim J. I tried to eat something fried and it didn't go well. I am still learning as I go. Yes. And guess what? We all are, honey. We all are learning as we go, right? Some people have learned, they got their little mojo. If they were trying to lose weight, they may be in maintenance or whatever. But even in maintenance, you're still learning, right? We are forever learning. So that's okay. We're doing the same thing, right? Learning as we go. And also growing and developing, right? At least that's what I hope we all are doing. So slow responder. I was actually, I can say up until when I started my journey, July 30th of 2024, my Mounjaro weight loss journey. Okay, which like I said, Mounjaro is a medicine that helps with type 2 diabetes, right? To help manage your type 2 diabetes. But it also is a medicine that can, or a tool, I would say, that can help you lose weight as well. Some people have done great wonders when it comes to weight loss on the medication. I have not heard anybody say that they use Mounjaro as a help to lower diabetes or help manage diabetes, and they said, "Oh man, it did not help me with helping me manage my diabetes," right? And there may be people out there, but I just haven't heard. Okay, so of course I'm talking about my experience and the things that I've heard myself. But yeah, so but with the weight loss, some people have lost, some people haven't. Some people are slow responders, some people are, in that middle range, and some people, of course, are fast responders. For me, I think I was a fast responder at first, and then average to fast because I was losing over 2 pounds per week, up until I got on a 7.5 milligram dose. So I went on the 7.5 at the mid December of 2024, and then things kind of slowed down a little bit more. And to the point where, like, right now today, not so much losing weight. I've actually gained about 10 pounds since July. So from July, sometime in July to today, I gained 10 pounds. And part of the reason why I did that is because it happened is I know it's because I was on a low carb diet, low carb, high fiber, high protein diet. That's what I decided to choose as my regimen after talking. Well, I did it after talking to the Lord. Okay. After talking to the Lord, let's say that. After talking to the Lord, I was like, I need to go on a low carb diet. Okay. And very, very low. Once I got my sugars down to back under 100, my morning sugars, my fasting blood sugars, which is, the blood sugars after you've gone to sleep overnight and then you wake up, you check your blood sugars with your glucometer, or, using a CGM, which is a continuous glucose monitor. My average is like 80 something right now. And it has been like that ever since before January. But I say 5 months, I got it down, my A1C from a 15.1, which is dangerously high, to a 5.6 in 5 months. I really think it was in 4 months, but because of the CGM that I was wearing at the time, it kind of gave a indication of where it would be or where it should be at the time if I had did my A1C check through blood work. But I could not get my A1C checked until January of 2025. And when I did, it was back down to the normal range. So that's not so likely for people. Yes, some people have done it, but not as likely as it should be, or I wish it would be for everyone, right? So, but what helped me is me being on the insulin for a couple months, being on Mounjaro. For that time, it was about 4 months, I think, as well as losing some weight, as well as making sure I'm eating in a lower calorie, lower calorie regimen, as well as my regimen also was low carb, right? I also made sure I did walking. I walked a lot, and every month I titrated up in my walking. And I started strength training like in November, just sporadically here and there. And then in December, I got a little bit more serious with it to do it, like to put it as a routine, more so than just here and there. So that all of that helped me lower that A1C. But that continuous glucose monitor, that helped a lot because I could look and see how my A1C was, how my glucose was fluctuating up and down. So that helped a lot as well. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about it on my, because I know on these lives, people are in and out of the chat and everything. I'll give you a video about it as well. But being a slow responder, for me, it's about better health. Okay. That's my perspective of it. So slow responder in the aspect of my weight. While I wish I could go ahead and get down to my goal weight, Miss Coco. I'm okay with being where I'm at. Okay. Because what's more important to me is weight. It's better health, right? So for me, when I got down to 5.5 milligram, 5.5 for my my A1C got down to 5.5 in May of this year. So it went from 5.6 to January, fast forward to May, it was 5.5. So ended up having some low blood sugars. So going from high blood sugars to then having episodes of hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugars, right? And low blood sugars is anything under 70 deciliters, under 70 deciliters. And so we want to be 70 higher, right? And 70 is still, like I said, it's borderline. So you don't even want to be there, right? So because I was having episodes where I were going under that 70 or right at that 70, I had to figure out something. And since I was low carb, even though I had over the months kind of titrated up a little bit, I needed to figure something out. So I decided to like kind of let that weight loss thing, put that thing aside, and then make sure my sugars was in, under control, better controlled as far as going low is concerned. And with that being said, of course, now I'm a slow responder. I would say when it comes to my weight loss, and I'm kind of researching a little bit more about that just to kind of see exactly what you would call it. But, that's how I feel. Now, for as me with slow responders, I would say some things you may have to tweak. As you continue to go on in your journey, there's times you have to tweak some things. Are you, do you need to lower your carbs? Do you need to up your medication? Are you eating enough? Are you eating, are you eating too much? So it's a lot of factors in that. What I always say is make sure you talk to your doctor about it. I have been going to my doctor every 3 to 5 months to get with them. I have talked to my dietitians because the dietitian can help you with your regimen and things of that nature. They also can make sure that, hey, are you on the right medications? Do you need to do something, extra and things of that nature? So that's what I would say. So I don't know if I'm actually considered a slow responder or what I'm considered, but whatever it is, my health is most important is all I'm trying to say. So somebody in the chat may have helped you, with that as well. So let's see. And fried foods, they make me go up in weight, unfortunately, like pretty quick. So I gotta be careful when I eat the fried foods. So other people are just saying, hey to everybody. Hello, Miss Patrice Denise. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Miss Patrice Denise, she is also a content creator. You can drop your $signs, Patrice, just in case somebody wants to jump in and check you out on your channel. I greatly appreciate it. You need a vlog. Okay. And I'm just going down the chat, see if what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying hi to one another. All right, so Felicia says she will try to do a vlog as well. A day in my life is watching. So like a day in my life, that's what she's thinking about. She's watching all of us and our lives. So you would not be boring to watch, boo. You would not be. Not my Pookie Pie. No. As you settle in, please press the like button. Thank you, Michelle. Kim, I need hula hoop tutorials. My hoop won't hoop. Your hoop not hooping. I heard your husband bother you about that, last night too. That was funny. I actually, when I first started the hula hoop, I actually went on YouTube and just put in a search bar, hula hoop tutorial. That's what I did. I looked at a couple of them and I just, then I was able to do it. But you were doing good. I know you keep, it kind of stops on you or whatever. But sometimes it depends on like what you're doing, how you're moving your body, of course. To me, I think like you can either move your, go back and forth, or you can, like twirl. It's up to you. But whichever one is, easiest for you to do. But sometimes it takes time, and that's okay. You're doing a great job, Miss Linda. Mary Cobb says, I did a crochet lesson tonight, but it did not work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mary. Go check out Mary Cobb's channel too. She is a content creator as well. Go ahead on, Mary, drop your $sign. And she actually on her channel, she's showing crocheting. You know, if those for those who may like crocheting, go ahead and check her out. All right, Darian says when Tamika was with you for, she was drill sergeant. Tamika, not just coach, she was drill sergeant. Right. She had to wrangle you all to be a coach. Honey, that was funny. You hear me? To be coach. I'm sorry. She had to wrangle you all to be coach. Right. Honey, she couldn't even, like, one part of that little video had me cracking up because we started doing something and she like, hello, like, what y'all? Okay, you know, bring it back in. And we just, so I guess the more we was doing it, she was like, you know what? I can't beat them. Let me join them. That was funny. Linda says, y'all were too funny with the squat challenge on that day. Right. And that was day 8, y'all. Check it out. Check it out. Right. She said, Miss Linda said she laughed so hard. Right. We were laughing hard. All right. Miss Coco says, have anyone heard of the Japanese walking exercise? So I heard about that, Miss Coco. I was checking it out on my on YouTube. I'm gonna look more into that. Yes. Because they were saying it's better than doing some of the other things that we do. Yes, I'm gonna check that out. Okay, so Mary says she's seen it on here on YouTube. Darren says, with GLP-1s, average weight loss is 0.5 to 2 pounds a week. If you are in that range, your normal sustainable weight loss. So that's your normal sustainable weight loss if you're anywhere between 0.5 and 2 pounds per week. Is Miss Coco, are you in the 0.5 to 2? Because some people feel like it's a slow responder because it's not going fast as somebody else, right? We're not the same people, you know. Our journeys are different. Our backgrounds are different. Our genetics is different. So, of course, like we always say, we do not supposed to compare one another's journey, right? We're just here to inspire each other. You know, we're here to cheer each other on. You know, we're here to tell our own journey, share our own things. So somebody may get, a couple of little tips here and there. But before you do anything, y'all, please make sure y'all talk to y'all doctors. Don't be scared. Go to your doctor. Have one-on-one conversations with them. They are here to help us out, okay? So if you're between 0.5 and 2, you are rocking and rolling. Hello, Empowered Wellness by Teddy D. How are you doing? I was talking about you a little bit earlier. How you talk about that auto incorrect. That thing had me cracking up. I still laugh about it today. I say that today all the time. Okay, so Miss Jane says, Miss Coco, I follow Yes to X, and they have a few videos on the Japanese walking. Okay, Yes to X. Yes to X. I'm sorry. Next. I'm talking about X. Yes to next. Sorry, reading that wrong. I'm gonna check it out too, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of that. All right. Okay, so y'all, I wanted to share with you all my I want to go ahead and do my shot with you all. But so what I was saying, I was itching a lot from this medication after I titrated up to 5. I think the first week of my 5 milligram dose, I was okay. After that second dose, all the way through the 7.5 dose until maybe Mayish, June-ish of this year, itching like crazy. It was some people that I was talking to about it. They were like, honey, I called you the itchy girl. Because every live I was on, I was like, do y'all know how to stop the itching? Like, what do you do? I'm itching like crazy and I don't know what to do, but I'm not going to stop this medicine because it's doing the darn thing, right? It's helping me do what I need to do to get this weight off, to actually what I have in my, my title or my topic tonight, my health comeback. So the Mounjaro has helped me tremendously with my health comeback, right? To reclaim my health. And so I wasn't stopping this medication, right? For some reason, somebody was saying too, well, you were having like some issues with the CGM too when you were, from what you were saying when I was explaining it to them. So, because it's a little small little thing that goes in the back of your arm, and I was getting some rashes from it. So my skin is just a little sensitive, y'all. But it's not enough to wherein the itching, like, of course it drove me crazy. You know how sometimes, like, even when you get the chicken pox, you're just itching like crazy. But of course it's bearable, right? So I had to find something to do to try to alleviate the itching. So one thing that I did start doing, I started taking, and I got the wrong medicine. Okay, so I grabbed the wrong medicine. I was going to show you the medication, but that's not the right medication. I started taking Benadryl gel capsules. Okay, I would take that. Initially, I was taking it right as I was doing the, right before I did the injection. But then I was talking to some people about it, and they were like, you know what, try to do it like some hours before, to 24 hours maybe before, and see if that works. So I started taking that medication first. Then I'll take that some hours before I actually, do my injection. I take my bath, and after I take my bath, then I was actually putting, I would wipe the spot with alcohol. And when I was doing that, someone told me they knew somebody that had to stop using the alcohol swab first. And so try that. So I was like, you know what? Since I'm taking a bath with antibacterial soap, and almost immediately I'm actually, taking my shot, giving myself the shot, my injection, then I'm like, I should be okay without actually doing, because that might be overkill when I'm doing the wipes. So with that being said, what I decided to do, I started taking, the pill, which is the Benadryl, which my doctor told me, as well as my dietitian. Everybody was okay with me doing that, and the pharmacist that I talked to. And so I do that first, which I've already done that today. I already took my bath, and then I do an ice pack. So here's the ice pack that I have. Okay. And I put something on it because, of course, they don't want you to put that directly on your skin. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do my arms real quick. So I'll just lay this here for some time. Okay. And a good maybe 5 minutes or so, which of course on here I can't do it. And that's okay. I can't hold it for 5 minutes, right? But I'm going to get it kind of cold a little bit. And when I do that, after doing that, after make sure I, get the area, kind of cool the area down a little bit, then I take some Benadryl. And I'm going to kind of just put it like this, y'all. I take some Benadryl cream, okay? And I put that on the spot where I'm going to, inject, right before I inject. And I let it sit for a little bit. And then I actually take Benadryl spray. Okay? Yep, a whole thing, y'all. Somebody asked for me to tell them. Here it is. Take the Benadryl spray. I will spray. Either I'll spray that area, or I spray the actual Mounjaro pen. Do not do what I'm doing, okay? Talk to your doctor. I'm telling you right now. But that's what I do. Do the spray the pen right where the needle is, because we have pens, okay, in the US. And so then I inject myself. So that's what I do. So I'm gonna show you all. Everybody was like, I want to see this video, man. Like, I gotta see a video on this. So I decided, instead of doing the video, let me show you on here. Go. Hey, Twan, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. This is Tracy Twan's Life. She has a channel here as well on YouTube. You say they were acting out. So we were acting out with Coach T, right? She couldn't control them. She joined us. We hadn't seen each other in a while, too, Cookie. And she's talking about on that day 8 of the squat challenge. Go check it out on all 4 of our channels. Well, 3 of our channels. I greatly appreciate it. I think Michelle she's just starting her squat challenge. She was just there for more support, and she jumped right on in because she wasn't on the challenge at the time. Thanks for the response, Darian. Yes, thank you, Darian, for that. In, not on. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me look. All right, they are giving. She is Tamika the business. Honey, we hadn't been together, like I said, since what, January together? So yeah, we had to do our thing, honey. Thank you, Michelle. Like the live, y'all. Hello, Beverly. I'm good. Wait, hey there, Trace of Twan's life. Darian says, I did get a hula hoop. Okay, Mary, good. Are you enjoying your hula hoop? Have you started yet? Do you need a tutorial too? If you do, check out a YouTube tutorial. Just put in hula hoop tutorial or weighted hula hoop tutorial if you need one. Need somebody to actually show you, give you instructions. Darian says, I'm sure your crochet lesson went better than you thought, Mary. Thank you, Darian, for that. She's really good at it, y'all, too. Matter of fact, I think she's an instructor to some people that are trying to learn crocheting. Darian says, I hope you have fun with the hula, Mary Cobb. Oh, you lost your video? Oh, sorry about that, Mary. All right, so Linda says, Casey, I also work out with yes to next. Okay, and do the Japanese walk with weights. All right, so you like it, Miss Linda McDuffie? Okay, you haven't used it, Mary. Yeah, go check it out. Look, go ahead and try it. Don't be scared. Go ahead. Yes, there's a video for hula hooping. Yes. And once you check out that tutorial one, you can check a few of them out. Just check a few of them out. And like I said, it took me maybe 1 or 2 videos to look at. Once I looked at them, I'm like, okay, I got it now. No respect for the coach, Tamika said. Darian. No respect for Coach T. Doses of, let me see. Shania? Is that it, how you say it? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate it. They have great workouts. Okay, cool. I'm gonna check them out tonight. I figured out how to use it by watching others. Okay, yes, that's awesome. So, look, go ahead and show us on your channel, then, Mary Cobb. Check it out. Go ahead on and pull that thing out, put it on, and get the twirling, honey. Let us all come over here and watch you do your hula hoop challenge. Love the names, Tamika says. Lovely to see you, Twan and Teddy. Yes. Happy they were able to come in. All right. Linda says, JC, not KC, finger error. Okay. I enjoy yes to next. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Linda says, Linda M, I was watching the Japanese working videos, kind of like Tai Chi. Okay, so it's going to everybody on this channel? On this YouTube, in these YouTube streets. That's funny. It's 1:53, so I'm going to catch up the replay. Okay, thank you, baby. Love you, Joe. Have a good night. Jojo says, hello, Kim J. I guess she's saying, how you doing, Jojo? I've lost, good, 40 pounds. Only 3 pounds in muscle mass in 4 months. That's good. Great that you lost 40 pounds. That's awesome. Yes. But you only 3 pounds of muscle mass in 4 months. Okay, just nutrition. Is that good or bad? I'm not sure. You have to ask your doctor about that. Not sure if that's good or bad for you. Because I, of course, don't know your whole journey, right, Jojo? But I think it's really good to have lost 40 pounds. Awesome. Okay. That's amazing too. Is it Tai Chi? Mm-hmm. Well, we're looking at y'all. Good night, Joe. Yeah, everybody's saying good night and rest well to Joe. So Jojo says, hi, y'all. I hope everybody's doing well. So from what I hear, everybody's doing great tonight. Jojo, thank you for that. Linda says, Miss Linda, excuse me, let me put that handle on that. I am thinking about doing it, Jane. I'm going to start back doing water aerobics. Okay, cool. That should be fun, Miss Linda. So Cookie says you're doing great. Also, good, good, good. Thank you, Cookie, for letting JoJo know that. Sharing some love. All right. So Jane says, here's the upbound language. Early, fast responders reach. Thank you, Jane. Reached a 5% weight loss milestone in an average of 12.7 weeks, while late or slow responders took an average of 24.8 weeks. I wouldn't try to compare. Yes, no compare. Don't compare yourself, y'all. Don't compare yourself. We're trying to be the Patrice Denise. Just put her. She actually put her dollar sign in there. Go check her channel out, y'all. A treat she will give you. Jane says, but yeah, don't compare yourself, y'all. Just it's Darium had put out. It's been a while now, but he had it on his channel where you can. It's a comparison detox calendar, and if you find yourself comparing yourself to someone else, go ahead on and check out that detox comparison calendar. It is going to be it's going to help you out a whole lot. Okay, go check it out, because again, we're unique. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are unique individuals. Even if you had a twin, it's still something different about you, right? So our journeys are going to be different. Thank y'all for putting that information into the chat. I greatly appreciate it, Jane, as well as Darium, giving everybody some facts from what they've stated about this GLP-1 medication. Felicia, so Jane says that, Felicia, that could be exciting. You could do a GLP-1er. They're just like us. They're just like us. Review of our channels. That's cute. I like that idea. Okay, taking notes, JC. Miss Felicia says. All right, Mia says there's a ton of crochet kits at Aldi now too. Okay, look at Aldi again. Okay, thank you, Mia, for that. That's cool for Aldi's, right? Mary says there are crochet kits at Five Below also. Okay. Good evening, beautiful. I'm colored. How are you doing, Evelyn? So Evelyn has a channel here too. Go ahead and drop that dollar sign, Evelyn, for people to, check you out. All right, Dave says we can share our journeys, but we should never compare. That is so true. Comparison definitely is, a thief of joy. Okay, and we're not just saying these things just to quote them, right? We're saying these things because we want to ingest them, right, or digest them, knowing that like I said, we're all different. We all, you may find some similarities with us, but just like you look at the content creators on here, you see we share our journeys a little differently. So, and you notice that a lot, like me, I may have diabetes. Somebody else in this chat has diabetes too, but it's different the way we do things. I may be able to, eat a slice of pizza and my A1C my glucose may not go up, but say 5 points. Somebody else, they eat it and it goes up 100 points. You just never know, and that's the same thing with weight loss. If I eat fried foods, I'm noticing that, especially if it's battered too, I may gain sometimes 2 pounds in a day, but somebody else can eat it with no problem. Some people may eat steak, right? And they can eat it and they still poo, the next day. But for me, I may eat steak and it takes 3 days for me to use the bathroom. Of course, these GLP-1 medications do slow down the digestion, but some people, they may have been eating steak for a long time, so their body's used to it. So they can use the bathroom the very next day, just like, anybody else would. So it just depends on the person. So let's not compare ourselves, you all. We want to keep positive mindsets, right? So anything that you've done that has helped you on this journey, even if it's 1 pound less. Okay, because a lot of people are on here, maybe on a Zepbound journey. So of course you are on that journey to lose weight. So even if it's just 1 pound loss, it's more than what you did lose before, right? And it's other things that this medication is for. It's not just for weight loss. It's for helping with so many different things, so many different comorbidities. And I'm going to just name a few, like diabetes, like weight loss, like sleep apnea. It helps with kidney disease. It helps with heart health. It's so many different things that they're learning every day that it helps with. So even though you may be on a weight loss journey and it may not be going as fast as you want it to go, 1 pound less is better than what you were before you got on it. And think about the non-scale victories that we have, right? When we think about the non-scale victories, we can get out of the mindset of wait, right? We can get out of that mindset. This is not a miracle drug. It's not, so we got to remember that in our heads. It's not a miracle drug. It may take some time to get it off. It took time to get it on. So why do you think it's going to take a couple of days to get it off? America, and maybe it's people in the world in general at this point, we always want that microwave, we have that microwave mentality. Let's get it fast. But it took a while to get it on, so it's going to take a while sometimes to get it off. Patience is a virtue. We need patience, y'all, no matter what, right? And we want to be content in wherever this journey leads us. We want to be content in the process, not just, I can't wait to be happy when I lose the weight or when my A1C goes down to normal range. We want to be happy in the process. We want to enjoy our sweet, healthy lives in the process. We want to keep a smile on our face. So don't think of the negative things. And when negative things do come, because they will, the devil wants us to think negatively, to derail us from what we're trying to do. But we are here for better health, y'all. That's what we're here for. That's what it should be. Even if you start out with weight loss, we're here for better health. We want to make sure our health is better so we can live a healthier life, so that we can have a great health span, to improve our health span, as well as improve our lifespan. That's what we're here to do. That's why I can keep a smile on my face. That's why I can, show you all the things I do show you all. I'm going to get into showing more stuff on my channel, but I'm just saying, I want to just share love. I want to share encouragement. I want to empower people, as much as I can by sharing my journey, of course, as well as just sharing other things that I know that we all go through on a day-to-day basis. And so y'all just keep your heads up. Everything's going to work out. When the end comes, you're going to be so excited because you have lived and enjoyed that process that you had to go through. You will love it even more if you can just find the positive things that you can keep your mind set on, so that you can enjoy it while you're in the midst of it. And then when you come out on the other side, you have even more of a reason to give God praise for bringing you through all that you've gone through, and be able to, share it with other people, how good God was to you doing your process, doing your weight loss journey, your better health journey. Yeah. All right. So Jojo says, I lost a lot of weight in some weeks and very little on some weeks, noticing less lately. So not sure if to increase the dosage. Again, Jojo, talk to your doctor, baby. Talk to your doctor. They will let you know. Talk to your dietitian if you have one. Hopefully you do. If not, maybe it's time to get one. Go ahead and check it out. Again, it just depends on what's going on. Maybe I can put a video out about, the things that you can, think about first before you decide whether you should try to titrate up or not, or if you need to titrate down or whatever you're doing. If it's hard right now, I'm just saying just one thing. If it's hard for you to say eat right now, okay, or drink or both, and you may not be losing like you were losing before, would you titrate up? To me, I would think, for me, I would not want to titrate up right away. I want to think about all the things first. Am I doing all the things that I need to do on this dosage that I'm on before I move up. For me, also, I can say right now, I think I could probably titrate up to 10 if I'm just thinking weight loss. I probably can go to the 10 milligram. However, what's more important to me? Do I want to have better health, or am I just chasing the scale and this weight number, the number on the scale, right? I chose to go actually down in my dose, even though I was not through my weight loss journey, because I needed to go down because I was having too many hypoglycemic episodes. So I talked to my doctor and I talked to my dietitian and I thought about it and I researched and I said, you know what? Because I want better health, I have to make a decision. And going down on that dosage was that decision to back to the 5. Since I've done that, I also titrated up as well in carbs. I'm not saying I'm eating a whole lot of, any kind of just junk food and stuff like that. No, I'm still focusing on complex carbs, but I do eat some simple carbs too now. Okay, because my sugars are not going so high anymore like they were initially in my journey. But I had to titrate up a little bit more. Okay, Kim J, you're not eating enough carbs. You need to eat a little bit more. You need to go over 100 carbs a day. Okay, the reason why you were down, is because you want to get your A1C down as quick as possible, which is understandable. What I talked about earlier today. Okay, because I was so high in, with my A1C. So now that I'm back down to normal range, I can tweak some things. So that's what I'm talking about, Joe. You may have to tweak some stuff. So you have to kind of just sit for a spell and just kind of, research what's going on with me. Why do I think I'm not losing as much right now? And that's for you and for anybody else. And then see, okay, do I need to eat a little more? Am I not eating enough? Am I eating am I eating too much? And I need to come down on that, eating a little bit. Have you tried using the TDEE calculator just to kind of give you a gauge on where you should be in your calorie deficit? Do you need to up your carbs a little bit? Do you need to lower your carbs a little bit? Do you need to up your protein, lower your protein? Do you need to up your water? Some. This is the things you have to think about, but this will be something that you will have to, look into yourself. I can't really, like I said, tell you exactly what you should do because I don't know your whole journey and nor am I your doctor. Okay, so the Patrice Lee says, I'm getting LJ to bed. Okay, and he says, you're a great YouTuber. Thank you, LJ. So sweet of you. Not the itchy girl. So since she's talked about it, y'all, this is Miss Felicia Marie B used to call me the itchy girl. Oh boy. Funny. All right. So I'm still got this on my Lord, the hair. I still have this on my arm and it should be like, somewhat numb now. Now I forgot to get the Mounjaro, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get that real quick. Jane says, Jojo, the more you reduce your total weight, there is less loss, or less to lose. So while it's not the same pounds you're losing week to week, you are still losing. Consider looking at the percent of your weight you're losing. Okay, thank you for that, Jane. Thank you. All right, and then at beautiful outfit 6 should be going out this weekend. Okay, outfit 6 should be going out this weekend. Okay, thank you, L. Lewis. All right, so let's see who else. All right, Felicia B says, we finally get to see your injection routine. I'm so happy. All right, so I'm finna run and grab it real quick, y'all. Miss Nikki, hello, Miss Nikki. I love your picture. How are you doing? Okay, so she said, Coach Mean Reen, work her out. Okay. I'd be checking out Coach Mean Reen too. I see her. Okay, she said pause. All right, y'all. Let's see. This is interesting to see, and thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, L. Lewis. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got to run and get my Mounjaro. Just a moment. Please hold. I'm back, y'all. Okay. So again, 2.5. I was on. Oh, that's not 2.5, y'all. Oops. 2.5. This is what I was on at first for 4 weeks. I was on the 5 for 4 months. Then I went to the 7.5, and I was on the 7.5 from December to September. From December 2024 to September 2025. All right. And then I went back down to the 5, y'all, because of hypoglycemic episodes. So here's my Mounjaro pen. Let me pull it this way. Okay, that's the 5 milligram. Okay. Okay, so again, I took my medication, which is the Benadryl gel capsule. I took that a few hours ago. I then put this ice pack wrapped in this towel so it won't be right directly on my my body. I put it, in this little area, okay, to make sure to kind of cool it down, freeze it a little bit. All right. I'm gonna put this Benadryl cream on it in the spot that I'm gonna inject. My hands is washed. My body is washed. I put it like a good little bit of it, y'all, because I don't know exactly where I'm gonna inject when I actually do it. And I let it kind of, so this here is kind of numbing it a little bit, right? And then this here is trying to stop the, hopefully it'll stop the itch or lessen the itch, I would say. This is Benadryl Benadryl itch stopping cream. I let it sit on there for a little bit. Like I said, then I use this here, which is the Benadryl spray. It's still for itch cooling spray. It's still for itching as well. Now, while I'm waiting on this to kind of, settle in on my arm a little bit. All right, this is the pen. It's the 5 milligram. I'm going to take this gray cap off. Okay, I'm going to move this line here, which is on lock now. I'm going to unlock it. Before I do anything, I always make sure I see that medicine in this. Let me go up. So you see the little medicine moving around in that window, right? Okay, so let me start there. I do that first. I take the cap off. I move this from lock to unlock, of course. And this is just for the people that are in the clouds or for the replay, because I'm sure everybody here has been taking this medication for a while now. And I'm gonna go ahead and take it off, the cap off. Okay. And give it a little bit more, a couple more minutes, seconds or so. Let me go to this chat real quick. Hold this up like this. Good night. Informative as usual. Thank you, Miss Coco. All right, so Evelyn, which is beautiful. I'm colored. She dropped her her $. Go check our channel out. Great stuff over there. Mia says this week Aldi has Pilates equipment and exercise towels for those who do that. Who do that? Or who does Pilates? Okay, I got a set of 3 Pilates balls that I use in my physical therapy routine. Okay, thank you for that, Mia. They have a I guess it's Pilates reformer exercise board for $39.99. Okay, cool. Yes, Kim J. Better health is number one on my journey. Correct. Thank you, Miss Patrice Denise. Also, awesome. Yes, Miss Linda. Preach. Miss LaFay says, "Hey, Miss LaFay, how you doing? Thanks for coming in." I got you. Right. Dang incorrect phone. Right. Thank you, Mia. I hear you. Uh oh. So Linda says, Miss Linda says, Miss LaFay, hello. I'm enjoying watching your hula hoop and your squats. Yes. Yeah, go over to Miss LaFay's channel as well. And check out her squat challenge that she's doing. All right. Beautiful. Color says, yes, better health journey. Yes. And some people start off with weight loss, y'all. But as people learn and keep talking to the community and being in the lives and listening at the videos and things of that nature, as we share each other, as we share our journey, individually, like I said, we can learn from each other. We can be inspired from, by each other and things of that nature. But of course, it's nothing like going to your own doctor, talking to your own doctor about, what's going on. So like sometimes I'll say, like one day I was like, somebody was telling me, hey, you need to eat more, you may need to eat more fiber. So I was like, let me get with my dietitian and ask them and see what they say. Right. And I did. And they were like, well, that would be good for you to go up a little bit, because I was having little constipation issues, right? And I put some things on my channel about it, and things that I, tried, like for instance, the yellow dragon fruit. It works wonders, yes, but it's hard to find it sometimes in my city. Also, I tried the sour salt bitters. That worked good as well. But again, I still wanted to see, okay, what else can I do? Right? I do benefiber. I actually take that, and I also, and that's daily, as well as flaxseed. But the recommended dosage for women is 25 milligram, 25 what is it, grams of fiber a day, as well as for men, I think it's 35 grams. But because we're on a GLP-1 and our digestion is a little slower, as you get older, you're on menopause and all sorts of stuff, you may need a little more. Okay. So that's why I talked to my dietitian. They was like, yeah, try 35 a day. Okay. I know somebody that does 45 grams a day or more. So they were like, don't do 45 because I don't know. I don't have anything to back that. But, and I was doing 25. So it was like, try 35 and let's see how that goes. And since I've been doing 35 grams of fiber a day, and she also says, my dietitian says, do soluble fiber as well as insoluble fiber. You need both of them. So do both of them. And that's what she told me. And I was like, okay, cool. So I told her what I did currently, and she just, gave me some more tips about that. I'll put a video out on that as well. But that's been helping me along the way where now I don't have constipation issues. I think other people in this chat have stated that too, or have been in the chat, stated that too. When they up their fiber, they haven't had any, constipation issues. So that's a tip for constipation. You may have to up your fiber, but talk to your dietitian, your nutritionist, your healthcare provider about it first before you do anything. Doses of doses of Shania says, since starting over 4 months ago, I have always gave my injection in my abdomen. Does everyone usually switch your sites? Thinking to try thigh. I'm a creature of habit, so hard to switch up. I get you on that, honey. I like my abdomen the most. Okay, I do. I've injected mostly in my abdomen. Of course, like I said, you want to be 2 inches away from your belly button. But yes, my belly button is inward. So, but I make sure I'm 2 inches away from the hole. Okay. But yeah, so I like that better too. I've done the arms, the belly, as well as the thighs. But I like I do the belly the most. And I do switch up. So Miss Linda says autocorrect, change the spelling. We got you. That's auto incorrect, Miss Linda. Ms. Nikki says, I have learned so much about this journey from watching you all. I appreciate the content you all create. Thank you so much, Ms. Nikki. Loving that picture. I'm telling you right now. Yes, I love it. All right. So Cookie says, I rotate abdomen and thighs. Okay. I haven't done my arms. I'm having good results already. Wonderful. 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 I love you, Kim J. Oh, I did. All right. So Mel says, I asked my doctor today what happens when my body gets to the medicine, gets used to the medicine, and I stop losing. She said there are options, medicine that can be added to help, and lots of dietary adjustments. Yes. So for me, I'm all about the dietary adjustments, first, and then, what kind of medicines can I do, right? Or can I add to it? Or do I, like I said, need to titrate up, or, or whatever, of course. So those, for me, like I said, I'm not into medicines if I don't have to take them, of course. Some people, they'll grab a medicine in a heartbeat. Me, I'm a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm okay with it, but I don't love taking medicine. So I try to, use the dietary options first, and then, if not, or do it with the medication, hoping that I can get off of these medications at some point. I'm okay with being on a Mounjaro for life if I need to. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hello, Miss Hydrine, how you doing? Let me go ahead and give this shot real quick. It should have been, yeah. See how it kind of went into my skin a little bit? Yes. All right, so I have taken off the gray cap. Hold on, let me find them. Okay, there you go. I checked the medicine, made sure the medicine was there, and it is. Turn this cap to unlock, okay? And then, now they do tell you to let somebody else help you or whatever, but I've been doing this thing for a while. I've been rocking and rolling with it for over a year now. So I'm not gonna spray it because I already put a good little bit of of the cream, the vinegar cream on it. Okay. Now, here I go. I'm gonna spray this needle though. Now again, don't do what I do now. Just showing you what I do. I spray right into it. Okay, one little quick spray. All right, and then I take it. And I listen for the clicks. It's going to be 2 clicks, y'all. That's the first one. That's the second one. And I know I'm going to wait the 10 seconds. Or almost 10 seconds. And that is it, y'all. So, of course, I can't see that. All right. It's just a little red. But I'm not going to use the alcohol swab. Now, for me, I put this in some kind of container. I don't use Sharps containers. I put it in a Fairlife milk bottle. Okay. I can't put the cap back on it. I know some people say you can't put the cap on. Some people say they put the cap on. It's up to you what you do. This needle, you can't like put your hands. The reason why they don't want you to uncap some of the, some of the needles, they don't want you to hurt yourself, of course. But you can't, unless you like digging into this thing and you really want to hurt yourself, you shouldn't hurt yourself with this needle because the needle is inside this thing. Okay, inside this plastic. So I'm gonna put that there, and I'll take care of that in a minute. And I'm gonna put a little bit more of this on it, just a little bit, right in the little spot. I don't even try to rub it. I just try to put it right on it. I got a Band-Aid. This the right way? I take that Band-Aid and I put a little bit on that Band-Aid. The rest of the stuff that I got on my finger, I'm gonna put on the Band-Aid. Right on that white spot. Of course, my hands again are clean. And I put that Band-Aid right in that little area. Because I think part of my issue with the itching is because it's if something rubs against it, it make the itching go even worse. It gets even worse. So that's what I do, y'all. And I'm done. Put everything up. Put this in my little milk container. Empty one, of course. I make sure I put a lot in there so you can't, just take it out. And then you can always take your containers to like your doctor's office. Some of them will accept it and throw it away. I don't have little babies at home, so I don't have to worry about nobody bothering. None of my people like needles anyway, so I know I ain't got to worry about it. But I got the people that are in my house. We're all grown. So with that being said, I don't have to worry about, oh my God, so and so gonna touch this medicine, may touch this needle or whatever. I don't have to worry about that. And that's it, y'all. That's all I do. It's a lot, but that's all I do. That's a lot. That's it in a nutshell, though. Okay, you're in the 77 shot. All right, cool. None in the arm. Okay, Cookie. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, Michelle. All right, Mia says, I asked my doctor today what happens when my body gets used to the medicine and I stop losing. She said, oh, I didn't read that. I'm sorry. Hurry up and get on down this little thing. All right, so Mia says at 426.6 pounds, I was losing big amounts. At 274 pounds, I'm losing about 10 pounds in 5 weeks. Around that amount, big difference, but thankful, it's working when I work it. Good. Awesome, Mia. So you're slowing down a little bit, but you're still doing a great, fabulous job. Awesome. Okay, so beautiful. Color says she's scared to try her arm. That was easy peasy, wasn't it? Beautiful. Wasn't too bad. Didn't hurt at all. Hey, Hardy, do you have an email up somewhere? I can't, so she can find it. Mia want to find your email, Harjreen. I'm scared of my stomach. I do it every 6 weeks. Okay, Michelle. Why are you scared of your stomach, girl? For me, I'm like, the stomach has the most for me, the most fat. Okay, so that's why I do my stomach. Cookie says beautiful. Her too. No sense trying if I don't need to. That might be true. All right. So Shania says, thanks, Cookie. I'm having great results so far. Just wanted to see if I can get even better by switching up sites. Wondering if the absorption of the medicine lessens by using the same site. I think I heard that before. You definitely shouldn't use the same sites. But I would say definitely switch it up. But like I said, for me, if I just want to do my stomach, I got a lot of places in my stomach I can do before I have to switch up to somewhere else. The thing is making sure you don't do the exact same, site back to back to back. But if you move around your stomach, like sometimes I do my right side of my stomach, but different spots in the area. So I may go in the bottom of my stomach. The next time I may go, in the middle of the stomach. Next time I may do on the left of my stomach, bottom, and then maybe on the left, in the middle. So some people do the upper part of the stomach. I did not like the upper part of, above the navel. I hated that didn't do nothing for me. So I don't do that anymore. But yeah, it's up to you, honey. All right. I'm on week 72 on 5.0. It works just as good this week as it did the first week for me. That's good, Cookie. I know, but I know it's different. Good luck if you switch sites. Yes, good luck, Shania. All right. Everyone have a nice night. Just got in from school and your girl's sleeping. Thank you, Hajreen. Been up since 4 a.m. Oh, wow. All right. Mia says they did a study, I guess you're saying, on injection sites. The stomach gives us the most medicine. Okay. 72 weeks. Cookie. Wow, that's amazing. Good night, Hajreen. Will, okay. I shared earlier my 72 pounds in 7 months, 2 pounds to Wonderland. Awesome, awesome. Again, Michelle, excited by excited, but I'm going to weigh in probably still October 31st. I am still shocked. Me too. You're doing a great job though. So happy for you. So Cookie says I'm on maintenance now. I just started eating a little more to slow the weight loss. They didn't hurt my feelings any. That didn't hurt my feelings any. I track calories for the first 16 months. I'm winging it now. Awesome. So you're pretty much not some like on a what is it called? Now I can't think of the word. I said it over and over earlier today. Intuitive eating, Cookie. That's amazing, Cookie. I'm happy for your success. Yes. Awesome, Cookie. Way to go, Michelle. You're doing great as well. Yes, cousin, I can't wait. I'm so happy for you. Right. Michelle is doing the thing. Okay, so Shania says is it because you feel you better results when done in the afternoon? For me, I know you're probably talking to Cookie, but for me, I've lost different I've lost different amount of pounds depending on where I'm at with the thing with the with the injection. So I've lost 4 pounds. Just say for instance, I lost 4 pounds when I did my arm. I've lost 4 pounds when I've done my stomach, the bottom stomach. I've lost 4 pounds. I don't know. I've never lost 4 pounds when I did my leg. So the legs are probably the least that I like. I've lost like 1 or 2 pounds before, and I've gained some pounds before during the legs, but and I've done the same thing with the stomach and the arms too. I've gained some certain weeks, and it could have been just because of the food I was eating, or maybe like I said, not eating enough food or whatever. So I want to look at that a little bit more and give a video about it. Woohoo! You did your shot. All right, love this, Kim. Watching it, watching it. I guess is very interesting. Learned so much tonight from you. Thank you, thank you. Happy you did. Happy you enjoyed it. Cookie says that's still really good, Mia. Yes, it is. Yeah, Mia is doing a good thing, y'all. She's doing a great, great job. All right, beautiful, beautiful. I'm colored. Says yes. It seemed easy for you, but when I saw Tamika do her arm, I was like, no, thank you. Honey, you see all this fat I got over here, honey? Look at this. Look at these bat wings. I got some meat. So I can stand Tamika is, smaller because of course she's on maintenance now and everything. So that could be why it hurt her. I don't know. I know Miss Linda said it hurts her when she does her arms as well. But that could be why. I'm not sure. Michelle says, I think because I do my other shots in my stomach, NAD and glutathione. All right. So me, when I was doing insulin initially, of course I was only in insulin only 2 months, but when I was doing insulin, I was doing it on the on the top of my belly, above my navel. So I wanted to give that a break. I used that only for insulin, and then the bottom side, the bottom of my stomach in the middle, I would use for my Mounjaro shots. But of course, I got off the insulin in 2 months. So, but I still something about doing that top of the belly, it never helped me at all. So Felicia says under the stomach shell. Linda says in the beginning, I try every spot and track the pain level and suppression to know what worked for me. Okay, cool, Miss Linda. I wish I did that. I didn't. I did a little bit, but not. I wasn't like to the T with it. So I'm gonna go look back at my little notes or whatever to see if I can figure some stuff out and kind of share it with y'all. Linda says Michelle is working that GLP-1 tool. Right, she is definitely. All right, Cookie says yes, intuitive eating now. Okay, after 16 months of tracking, I had a good handle on it. I still weigh every day to make sure I'm not falling off track. Okay, cool. Yes. And I was a person that was weighing every day too. Not because I was obsessed with the scale, but it was to me an indication, okay, do I need to do a little bit? Maybe I need to tweak some things for the next day so that, I can at the end of the month, end of the week, when I did the real weigh-in, or the official weigh-in, I can be where hopefully down 2 pounds or whatever during my, the initial part of my journey. So Michelle says, definitely try Miss Linda. I'm starting my juicing Sunday, doing it for the remainder of the month. Yes. So let us know how that works for you, Michelle's Mirror. All right. That makes sense, Kim J. Yes. All right. Congratulations to Cookie. Mia says, Cookie says, at beautiful, Tamika scared me too. I have plenty of fat in my arm, but no thank you. So she scared you where you don't want to try it at all, huh? Sometimes they give, like, some people, like, they swear by that arm, honey. Some people only want to do the arm. You may, hey, if you haven't done it ever, you do that, you may lose 4 pounds. If you were trying to lose, of course. If you're not trying to lose, what's the use for it? And especially if you like, the area that you use, you don't have to do it, of course. So Linda says, congratulations to all that's in the chat for your success. Congratulations to you too, Miss Linda. Love you so much. All right, so Mia says, today my doctor told me she feels I've been very focused, and that's why I've been seeing such a great results. I believe her, Mia. I do believe her. We say that all the time. Like, you seem like you are on it, and you've been doing a very, very good job. Michelle says, looking at Mira saying Mia. Michelle says, yes, Linda, I was so proud of everyone for NSV and scale victories. Right. As a community, we are amazing. Thank you so much, Michelle. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Congratulations to you, Miss Linda. Yes, that's what Cookie says to you, Miss Linda. Mia says, I've had to be focused because of my binge eating disorder. I remember you talking about that. Yes, Mia. I could easily fall into bad habits and emotions because of life events. I can understand that and empathize with you about that. I'm happy that you are on Zepbound and it's doing wonders to help you with your eating disorder. Great. I'm very, very excited for you. I'm so excited every time I hear, you talk about your how you've been doing on your journey, and not just, yes, you are, doing the scale thing, but, you are focused on that. And I understand that because you're trying to lose, so much weight, but you also are focused on better health as well. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Miss Linda says, thanks, Cookie. I'm so thankful to be in a healthy state of body, mind, and spirit. Right. And that's, I on my intro, I put body, mind, and spirit. That's something so important for me. So, you've heard me talk about Jesus on my channel. It's in me. It's going to come out, y'all. Okay. So the spirit of it all is so important. Without God, I cannot do any of this, right? These things are not going to work at all. So long term or whatever, and it's not going to, serve me best. Body and mind. So it's all of this thing, all of it, matters, right? So I had my checkup Friday and all my numbers were great. That is awesome, Miss Linda. Yay. Yes, for you. Awesome, awesome. Y'all show some love to Miss Linda for that praise report. All right, Cookie says, yes, Mia, keep your eyes on the prize. You got this. Yes. All right, thanks. Great, Miss Linda. That's great, Miss Linda. Awesome, awesome, y'all. So we got to the bottom of this chat, y'all. I am so excited. I was able to share this in real time with you all, in real time. So you all just make sure, like I said, even if you're on a weight loss journey, if you have diabetes, sleep apnea, kidney disease, whatever, high blood pressure, obesity, whatever you're facing, heart conditions, whatever you're facing, just make sure you keep your head up. Everything's going to be okay. You have this medication for a tool to help you. Of course, you need to do all the things, making sure that you're doing, what you need to do naturally, right? As well as using this tool as a help to, push you along the way. Because unfortunately, some people need the medication, right, to help you along the way. We try to do it the natural way only, and it may not have worked for us. However, or even if it did work, using the GLP-1 medication as a tool to help you with these things, it still provided a lot of help to us. Scaled and non-scaled victories, as Michelle has, spoke about in the chat tonight. Scale and non-scale victories. So yes, so let's keep our eyes on the prize, as we've stated in here, and we should do just fine. You know, whether you're a slow responder to weight loss, fast responder to weight loss, in the middle of it, no matter where you're at in this journey, at the beginning of the journey, at the end of the journey, in the middle of the journey, enjoy the process, y'all. Enjoy the process. Whatever you can do to keep your mind positive, keep that smile on that face. We have enough things that come our way, you know and you want to cast those cares that may come your way, to the things that may make you feel a certain way, make you feel down and things of that nature, because we all going to feel it at some point in our journey, in our life. But we want to cast our cares onto God. He cares for us. He's going to take care of us like he promised. But you want to try to be content in wherever you are, and keep those positive affirmations coming. Keep your the positivity in the front of your mind. Keep as things do come that may make you sad or whatever, try to find out what's going on, why it may be happening, what can you do to try to resolve it. If you can change things, remember that serenity prayer, because it's very important to know. So we want to when it comes to the serenity prayer, you want to accept the things that you cannot change, right? You want to have the courage also to change the things you can. And then you want to also have the wisdom. That wisdom is so important, y'all, to know the difference of the two. And God can grant you these things. So, like I said, serenity prayer says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's important for us. That's important for us. Remember that serenity prayer. And when that will help you along the way. So Z says, I get the same itchy reaction after 2.5 milligrams. So after the 2.5, you got the reaction. So straight out the gate, I stood at 2.5 for 4 months. Okay. Once I titrated to 5, I started experiencing the itching reaction. Okay. I do the Benadryl cream too. And does that help you, Z? Great live, Kim. Thank you, Cookie. All of you in the chat, have a great night. You too, babe, Cookie. All right, Linda Journey says, thanks, ladies. Thanks. Z, are you still having the itches as well now? Now, see, like right now, I haven't itched not one time since the things that I do, right? And putting that Band-Aid on it helps, because now nothing is like rubbing against it to get the itch started. So probably the last couple months since I've been doing this, I haven't really had the itchies. I can retire the itchy girl title. Oh boy. Okay. So y'all, I'm finna get going because Miss Michelle's mirror has probably just got on her live. It's 10:02, ladies. If y'all want to go on over to her live, come on over and enjoy her, what she has to say to us on the Soul Scale and Soul series that she's given. Very, very good. But the cream does help. Okay, so I'm sorry, but the cream does help a little. Okay, Z, great. So maybe you can do some of the things that I've done, incorporate it, maybe putting that ice pack on the injection site first, taking that Benadryl. Let me grab that right quick so I can show you what I'm taking. Hold on. So Z, this is what I take. Benadryl allergy liquid gels. I take that first. Okay? I take that first, the antihistamine. But I take that like hours before I do these things. So I'm going to just go over it one more time. I take this Benadryl hours before. It's a capsule. It's not too big. See how it looks? It's not too big at all. Take that real quick, a few hours before, up to 24 hours, I guess you can do. I take my bath with the antibacterial soap because I'm not doing that wipe anymore. That, wiping that alcohol wipe. When I took that away, I haven't, like I said, I haven't experienced that itching as much. So because I'm doing the antibacterial soap and bathing before I do this, I'm okay. This here, I put this on next. Let it sit for a good, at least 5 minutes. And then put the cream on that spot. You got to put a whole lot. Get my little tube, my Mounjaro. I sprayed that little spray in it, honey. Ain't nobody told me to do it. I just did it, okay? And then I inject. I put a little bit of cream on a Band-Aid, Put a little bit of cream on that Band-Aid or right on top of that. You can put it right on top of the injection site or put it or put it on that Band-Aid. I just put that Band-Aid on there and I'm good to go. Sometimes I do have a little slight itching, but even though I do, it's not unbearable. And it's only here and there when I do have the itching, here and there, and very, very quick. And then it goes away for good. I don't have to go 2, 3, 4, 5 days like I used to with that itching. So that's what I do. Till next time, everyone. Felicia says, great live. Thank you, Nicole. Okay, Michelle says, I'm going to start. Okay, after you. All right, cool. Keep going. We learning. Thank you, Michelle. Good night. Beautiful. All right. I tried Benadryl liquid capsules also. Okay. So did you do it all together though, Z? All right. We'll watch your replay. All right. She must have been go to bed, Michelle. All right. Z, going to try the ice pack before injecting. Good. All right. Doses of Shana says, thanks. First time on your live. Thank you so much. I'm on Twan's. Right. I remember your name. She is Tamika and Michelle's. Okay. Yeah. I remember your name on all 3 of those channels. Yes. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate it. I hope, you learned something tonight. Or were able to get something from me tonight. Just even sharing my journey with you. I was happy to be able to do so for the first time. I talked a little bit about it, I think, on Twan's live, I think. A little bit in the chat on Michelle's live. So yeah, I thank y'all so much. Me and Tamika gonna do something too at one point. But not this week. I don't know exactly when we're gonna do it, but we'll come to you live. She started helping me, because I had the feeling a certain way when I nerves or whatever got the best of me at the beginning of my life. So I was like, I want to go on, but I'm scared. So she came on with me, I think 3 times. And then I started doing it on my own. And then once I started, honey, they were like, you ain't scared. Look, you just going and going and going. You like you a pro, or whatever. So, I started doing it on my own. But I love Tamika. She is my girl. Tracy, Twan, and Tamika. That's my sisters, honey. Michelle is my cousin. Yes. We love each other so much. Miss Felicia Marie B. I love her so much. That's my girl there, honey. That's my Pookie Pie. I call her Pookie Pie. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have a great night. I've been on here 2 hours and 9 minutes. Anybody who's here for the replay, thank you all for coming in. I greatly appreciate it. So I'll talk to y'all later. And peace. Mm-hmm.